In the silence of the night, when the world seems to sleep, there is an invisible dance happening around us, a cosmic choreography that few realize, but that influences every aspect of our lives. It is on this ethereal stage that our journey begins, a journey of self-discovery and spiritual transformation. Imagine yourself walking down a busy city street. The noise of cars, the buzz of conversations, everything seems normal at first glance. But there's something in the air, a subtle tension that makes your skin crawl. Have you ever felt this? That inexplicable feeling that something is out of place, even when everything seems perfectly ordinary. It is at this moment that the veil between the worlds becomes thinner. Energies that normally go unnoticed begin to manifest in subtle but undeniable ways. A sudden chill, the feeling of being watched, a feeling that you can't explain. These are the first signs that there's more going on around us than meets the eye. But what exactly are these manifestations? Were they just tricks of the mind, created by our fertile imagination? Or are they indications of a deeper reality, an intricate web of energies and intentions that permeates our existence? The truth, my dear, is that we are constantly immersed in an ocean of energies. Some of these energies are beneficial, fueling our spirit and propelling us forward. Others, however, are like treacherous currents, ready to drag us into the depths if we are not careful. This is where our story really begins. For right now, as you read these words, there are forces in motion, forces that some would call dark, entities that chose the path of shadows and that feed on the fear, doubt, and despair of others. These entities, with their malevolent intentions, are constantly looking for chinks in our spiritual armor. They take advantage of moments of weakness, of doubt, of fear. Like cunning predators, they lurk in the shadows of our consciousness, waiting for the right moment to strike. But why would they do that? What is the purpose of this silent war that rages behind the scenes of our reality? The answer, although complex, is surprisingly simple at its core. Light and dark, good and evil, are primordial forces that have existed since the beginning of time. And we, human beings, are the battlefield where this eternal conflict unfolds. Those who chose the path of shadows see the light of others as a threat. Their own darkness blinds them to the beauty of the light. And in their despair, they try to snuff out any spark of hope they find. It's a vicious cycle of fear and destruction, fueled by the illusion that power over others can fill the void in their own hearts. But here's the secret they don't understand. Light cannot be destroyed. It may be temporarily obscured, it may waver, and even seem to go out for a moment. But the true essence of light, that divine spark that exists within each of us, is indestructible. It is this inextinguishable light that scares them. For in your presence, the shadows have no choice but to retreat. And that's why they fight so fiercely, using every weapon at their disposal. Doubt, fear, despair, and even what some would call black magic or sorcery. But you, my dear, are not defenseless in this cosmic battle. In fact, you are much more powerful than you realize. For within you resides a force capable of moving mountains, altering the course of rivers, changing the destiny of a universe. This strength is your connection with the divine, your spiritual essence that transcends the physical and extends to infinity. It's the same force that moves the stars and makes the planets rotate. And it is this force that is now awakening within you, calling you to a journey of self-discovery and transformation. As you begin to recognize this inner strength, the shadows' attempts to bring you down begin to lose their power. Every attack, every attempt to undermine your confidence becomes an opportunity for growth. Like a muscle that strengthens under pressure, your spirit expands and strengthens in the face of adversity. It is a process that is often painful. After all, growth rarely comes without discomfort. But it is in this discomfort that lies the seed of transformation. Each challenge overcome, each obstacle overcome, is a step towards your true divine nature. And as you progress along this journey, something extraordinary begins to happen. The very forces that once seemed to oppose you begin to dissolve. It's as if the entire universe conspires in your favor, aligning itself to support your evolution. This does not mean that the path is easy. Far from it. The spiritual journey is full of tests and trials. But as you grow stronger, these challenges become less daunting. You begin to see them for what they really are: opportunity for growth, chances to prove to yourself and the universe what you are capable of. What about those who once sought to bring you down? Well, they start to feel the weight of their own actions. It is as if a cosmic law of cause and effect came into play, causing every negative intention, every attempt to cause harm, to turn against them with redoubled force. This is not revenge. Mind you, the universe does not operate in such simplistic terms. It is simply the natural rebalancing of energies. What we send out into the world, whether positive or negative, inevitably returns to us. It's what some traditions call karma, others a law of attraction, but deep down, it's simply the natural flow of universal energy. As this truth becomes clear, those who previously hid in the shadows begin to feel exposed. The fear they once used as a weapon now turns against them. They begin to feel the weight of their actions, the growing anxiety of those who know judgment is approaching. But you, my dear, need not fear this judgment, for your journey is not one of revenge or retribution, but of elevation and transformation. Your role in this great cosmic drama is not to punish those who have done wrong, but to light the way for everyone to find redemption. It's an immense responsibility, certainly, but it is also an indescribable honor. For you were chosen among billions of souls to be a beacon of light in these turbulent times. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is nothing less than to help raise a consciousness of all humanity. It seems like an impossible task, doesn't it? How can a single person make such a difference in such a vast and complex world? The answer lies in the interconnected nature of all existence. Just as a single drop can create waves that spread throughout the ocean, your actions, however small they may seem, have the potential to affect the whole. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every positive thought you send out into the universe multiplies and expands, touching lives you can't even imagine. This is how light spreads. This is how consciousness evolves. And as you embrace this role, something extraordinary begins to happen. You begin to realize that you are not alone on this journey. There are others like you, spread across the world, each carrying their own light. Together, you form a network of heightened consciousness, a web of light that encompasses the entire planet. It is this network that is now strengthening, expanding, preparing for a major transformation. For we are on the threshold of a new era, a time of great changes and revelations. The veil between the worlds is becoming thinner and thinner, and truths that were once hidden are now coming to light. For those who have chosen the path of light, this is a time of great joy and fulfillment. It is a time to reap the fruits of years of inner work, sacrifices, and unshakable faith. It's a time to see your spiritual gift blossom in ways you never imagined possible. But for those who have clung to the shadows, this is a time of great turmoil. Everything they built based on selfishness and manipulation begins to crumble. Their secrets come to light, their masks fall, and they find themselves exposed to the light of truth. It is a painful process, without a doubt, but it is also an opportunity for redemption. For even those who have lost themselves in the deepest shadows have within them a spark of divine light. And now, faced with the unforgiving mirror of truth, they have the chance to recognize that light and choose a new path. Some, of course, will resist. The fear of change, the attachment to the illusory power they thought they had, will keep them stuck in destructive patterns. But others, those whose hearts are not yet completely hardened, will find in this moment of crisis the opportunity to awaken to a new reality. And it is here, my dear, that your compassion will be needed more than ever. Because it is easy to judge, it is easy to condemn those who made mistakes. But the true test of our spiritual evolution lies in our ability to forgive, to reach out even to those who have hurt us before. This does not mean being naive or putting yourself in dangerous situations. Wisdom and discernment are as important as compassion. But it does mean recognizing that all of us, at some point in our infinite journeys, get lost in the shadows, and we all deserve the chance to find our way back to the light. As this great transformation unfolds, you will notice profound changes in every aspect of your life. Relationships that are not aligned with your new vibrational frequency will naturally dissolve, while new connections, based on spiritual affinities, will form. Your perception of the world around you will become more acute. You will begin to see beyond appearances, to feel the energies underlying each situation. Intuitions and hunches will become more frequent and more accurate, guiding you through challenges with clarity that once seemed impossible. Physically, you may experience subtle but profound changes, a feeling of lightness, as if an invisible weight had been lifted from your shoulders. Moments of inexplicable euphoria, alternated with periods of deep introspection. Your body is adjusting to new frequencies, aligning with your spiritual evolution. And in the midst of all these changes, you'll discover an inner peace that transcends external circumstances. A serenity that comes from the deep knowledge that no matter what happens, you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. This is a true essence of spiritual awakening. It's not about gaining supernatural powers or escaping the realities of earthly life. It's about finding your place on the grand cosmic carpet, recognizing your connection to all things, and embracing your unique role in the evolution of universal consciousness. As you move forward on this journey, always remember, you are not alone. The entire universe conspires in your favor, guiding your steps, illuminating your path. Trust this divine guidance, even when the path seems unclear or uncertain. Because you, my dear, are much more than just a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And in this great cosmic adventure, every challenge, every victory, every moment of doubt, and every glimpse of enlightenment are precious parts of your unique and unrepeatable journey. So, take a deep breath, feel the energy of life flowing through you, recognize the divine power that resides within you, and take the next step in your journey with courage, with gratitude, and with the unshakable certainty that the best is yet to come. The universe awaits your next actions with loving expectation. What will you choose to do with this precious moment? As you reflect on your journey, it is important to understand that spiritual awakening is not a one-off event, but an ongoing process. It's as if you're peeling back the layers of an infinite mystery, each revelation leading to new questions, each answer opening doors to new levels of understanding. At this point in your journey, you begin to realize the existence of an invisible web that connects all things. This web, woven from the threads of cosmic energy, unites every being, every thought, every action in an intricate pattern of interconnection. Imagine, for a moment, that you could see this web. Threads of pulsating light stretching in every direction, connecting you to every person you've ever met, every place you've ever visited, every experience you've ever had. And not only that, but also to people you haven't met yet, places you haven't visited yet, experiences that are yet to come. This web is a fabric of reality itself, the matrix in which all existence manifests. And you, my dear, are not just a passive observer of this web. You are a vital knot in it, a point of convergence where countless threads meet and intertwine. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every action you take sends ripples through this web. Like a stone thrown into a still lake, the effects of your choices spread out in concentric circles, affecting not only your immediate reality, but the entire cosmos. It's a huge responsibility, isn't it? Knowing that every choice we make, no matter how small it may seem, has the potential to affect the whole. But it's also incredibly liberating. For this means that we have the power to shape our reality, to influence the course of the universe with our intentions and actions. But with this power comes great responsibility. For just as our positive actions can raise the vibration of the entire web, our negativities can also create disturbances. This is why inner work is so crucial in this journey of awakening. Each time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, peace over conflict, you are raising not only your own frequency, but the frequency of the entire web. It's as if you are playing a harmonious note in a cosmic symphony, your vibration resonating and amplifying the positive vibrations around you. And this is where we enter fascinating territory. For as you become more aware of this web, you begin to realize that you can not only react to the energies around you, but actively shape them. Imagine yourself as a conductor, conducting the orchestra of reality. With every movement, every intention, you are directing the flow of energy, creating harmonies or dissonances. It is an incredible power, but it requires great wisdom and discernment to be used responsibly. This is where many get lost. The ego, that part of us that identifies with a separate self, can easily be seduced by this power. This is where self-proclaimed gurus are born. Spiritual manipulators, those who use their knowledge and skills to control and exploit others. But you, my dear, are being called to a different path. A path of service, of humility, of alignment with the greater good. For true power comes not from dominating others, but from surrendering to divine will, from becoming a pure channel for the cosmic light to flow. As you progress along this path, you will begin to experience moments of deep synchronicity. Seemingly random events align in meaningful ways. People come into your life at exactly the right time, bringing crucial lessons or opportunities. Books fall into your hands, containing exactly the wisdom you need at that moment. These are not accidents. They are visible manifestations of the invisible web in action. The universe, responding to your heightened frequency, is orchestrating experiences to support your growth and evolution. But not everything will be light and harmony on this journey. For as your light intensifies, you'll also attract the attention of those who dwell in the shadows. Like moths drawn to a flame, low vibrational entities can be drawn to its growing light. Don't be scared by this. It is a natural part of the spiritual growth process. Just as a lighthouse attracts both ships seeking guidance and predators seeking prey, its lofty light will attract both kindred souls and those who fear or resent that light. This is where your discernment will be needed more than ever. You will need to learn to distinguish between energies that come to help and those that come to harm. This requires fine-tuning your intuitive abilities, a willingness to trust your deepest instincts. Remember, not everything that shines is true light. There are entities that disguise themselves as spiritual guides, who use sweet words and grandiose promises to seduce the unwary. They feed on the energy of those who fall into their traps, draining their vitality and leaving them confused and disoriented. But you have an infallible truth detector within you, your heart. When in doubt, silence your mind and listen to the soft voice of your intuition. She will never deceive you. As you navigate these turbulent waters, you'll find that your sensitivity to the energies around you becomes increasingly acute. You can begin to feel the emotions of others as if they were your own, to perceive the hidden intentions behind the words spoken. This can be overwhelming at first. You may feel overwhelmed by the intensity of the energies around you, especially in crowded places or high-stress situations. It's as if you can suddenly hear thousands of voices speaking at once, each telling their own story of joy, pain, fear, or hope. But don't despair. This heightened sensitivity is a gift, not a curse. With practice and patience, you will learn to filter these energies, to create a protective shield around you that allows you to remain open and compassionate without becoming overwhelmed. And as you master this skill, you will discover that you can use it not only to protect yourself, but to help others. You will become a beacon of peace amidst the chaos, a safe haven for those tormented by life's emotional storms. Always remember, your role is not to absorb or carry the pain of others. This would only deprive them of their own opportunities for growth. Instead, your role is to be a living example of balance and harmony, showing others that it is possible to remain centered and at peace even amidst life's turmoil. As you grow in this understanding, you'll begin to see the world in a completely new way. The apparent coincidences will reveal themselves as part of a greater plan. Challenges that once seemed like insurmountable obstacles will now be seen as precious opportunities for growth. You will begin to recognize the patterns underlying the events of your life, the lessons that repeat until they are learned, the recurring themes that point to your greater purpose. And speaking of purpose, this is where many get lost in confusion. There's a common belief that our life purpose should be something great, something that changes the world in a dramatic and visible way. But the truth is much simpler and, at the same time, much deeper. Your purpose, my dear, is to be yourself in your highest and most authentic expression. It is allowing divine light to shine through you in a unique and unrepeatable way. It's living each moment with full awareness, bringing love and compassion to every interaction, no matter how mundane it may seem. For in an interconnected universe, there are no small or insignificant acts. Every smile you give, every kind word you speak, every act of kindness you perform, no matter how small, sends ripples of light to the cosmic web, raising the vibration of the entire universe. And as you embrace this understanding, something extraordinary begins to happen. The barriers between the self and the other begin to dissolve. You begin to see yourself not as a separate being struggling in a hostile world, but as a unique expression of universal consciousness, dancing in perfect harmony with all other expressions of that same consciousness. This is a true nature reality, veiled by millennia of conditioning and illusion, but now revealing itself to those who have eyes to see and hearts to feel. And as more and more people awaken to this truth, a massive shift in collective consciousness begins to occur. It is as if the earth itself is awakening from a long sleep, shaking itself into a new era of expanded consciousness and universal harmony. You, my dear, are an integral part of this planetary awakening. Every step you take on your personal journey of growth and self-discovery is a step toward the evolution of all humanity. It's an immense responsibility, yes, but it is also the greatest honor imaginable. For you were chosen, among billions of souls, to be here at this crucial moment in cosmic history, to be an agent of transformation in this great paradigm shift. So, take a deep breath, feel the divine power flowing through you, recognize the sacred light that shines within you, and take the next step on your journey with courage, with gratitude, and with the unshakable certainty that you are exactly who and where you need to be in this perfect moment. The entire universe is rooting for you, supporting your every step. Are you ready to embrace your role in this grand cosmic adventure? The choice, as always, is yours. But know that whatever you decide, you are deeply loved, infinitely valuable, and eternally connected to the source of all creation. May your light continue to shine, illuminating the path not just for you, but for all those whose lives you touch.